Morning everyone, in from DIY Home and Gardening, 2nd of November, and I've come to Allotment to do my monthly roundup video. Literally only come up here to do this video for you guys as it's chucking it down with rain, and I've got work in about 40 minutes. So if I turn the camera around and we'll go and start from the beginning. Yes, I did say it's the 2nd of November, and look at all that colour still. Alright, the flowers are not as perfect as they were in the summer, but so much colour from, well, a compact dahlia plant, Jacindy Hercules, looking lovely. So the flowers not as big as they should be at this time of year now, just because it's getting no disbudding or side shooting done, but just loads of flower, and if you had that in your garden you'd be really happy. So flowery border, again it's just sort of punctuated with a little bit of the verbena as the purple coloration, the calendula, and then the few dahlias that are still doing their thing. You'll notice, well, as we go round, all the dahlias obviously still in the ground. They do not get lifted until first frost. They're still growing, as you can see, and it's only as the temperatures cool that they start actively developing a bigger tuber, because it's the tuber that is the feed source, and that's the bit that they're wanting to fatten up to take them through for the winter dormancy period. So it's only really now in the autumn, latter part of autumn, they start bulking up. So try and keep them in if you can do. Last remaining tomato plant, which was a late one that I went into the ground anyway. Can't even find the label for it, but that was gifted to me by Thompson Morgan. But yeah, that's one that I want to keep hold of, or the seed certainly. So this bed here is just the Jacindy Hercules and a little bit of Kiwi Gloria still doing their thing, and then Jamander still looking lovely. It's just, yeah, lovely and clear. The leek bed, which I did a video on, put that out the other week, which was just start to finish from seed sowing through to essentially harvest time on these. I've pulled out and used all the Bulgarian giants because they were quite frankly the weakest ones. Probably end up being the Leon's prize taker as the next batch to come out. But yeah, that's what it is. Within here, these are all the soft neck garlic. They were planted 2 weeks ago, I think. Just mulched over to give them a little bit of a warm blanket to take them through the winter period. Then within this bed, still got the seedling dahlia, celery, beetroot. There's some carrot buried under there somewhere, or maybe it's down here. Celery, and then the perpetual or perennial kale that's got come out. I've just harvested a celery this morning. You can see the size of it. So this is one of the self-blanching, but lifted that. That's going to be used for some soup later tonight, but certainly enough stems there to keep supermodels well fed. You can see that the rhubarb now is collapsing down on itself, going into its winter dormancy period. Don't be tempted to cut it all back. All you got to do is just keep it tidy. When the stems are yellow or blackened, just pull them off like that. Essentially means that all the goodness has been drawn back into the plant, and the plant has separated the stem from the main crown. So don't try and cut anything back, otherwise you'll do the plant no good. You won't benefit from it at all. A couple of celeriacs doing their thing. They were the ones that were transplanted. Just wanted to try and get down here to see if there's, oh yeah, it's a bit of a sign there. So they're the mooly radish. just doing their thing. Still trying to produce more flower, look. So that was Westerton Harry. This is Westerton Ella Grace, which got some, well, flower on it, but the plant itself is kind of finished now. Gooseberry doing its own thing. Welsh onions, again, they're just sort of ticking over there. Celeriac down here, which you can probably see they're starting to make some sizing down there in the crown, so be able to pull them soon. All the parsnips now are collapsing down. I might just cut the foliage on them, see if that helps them a little bit, but they shouldn't need to. They can just stay as they are. More celery there. I wanted to show you this. Look at the artichoke, how much growth it's put on for a period when it should be in dormancy. Horseradish, again, that's going to be something for the autumn, winter, to create a plant of flows. Giant carrot, still hanging on in there. That's going to be for the seed, as I said previously. Perpetual spinach, massive leaves on that, but look how far down that soil has dropped. So that is now 18-month-old compost, and we've gone from where it was a bin that high to the start of the season. The bin was at this height, and it's now shrunk down again. So you really do end up with a third or a quarter of the volume of what you start with to become usable, good compost. That's why it's so important to save your own. So it looks like there's loads of colour on there. There's still a bit of good flower on there. I cut a load for a wedding during the week, but yeah, really it's Blight and Softer Gleam and Rycroft Jewel that's got the usable flower to it. A lot of the others I've cut back, so some of the like the Barbary Surprise cut back. Got one kiwi left there. Cornell Bronze, Cornell doing their thing. Unfortunately, the cross-pollinating, or the hand cross-pollinated flowers that I've done, they've not been viable, so I might see if any of this comes, but you can see how wet it is, so I can't imagine it's going to be any use. Polytunnel, it's an overgrown mess. I pulled the Frigatello plants, or cut them back last week, I think it was, so we've had a lot of those. Such a good plant. These are looking good, so they're, I was going to say bullhorn. Oh no, hammock. They're hammock. No, they're not. That little orange one's hammock. Yeah, that is the bullhorn. Massive sizing, just need them to ripen up. Going to get those indoors. Probably come on Tuesday to do a cleansing here, as it's now staying damp more often than not. So you can see, like those fruits, I can see from here they're showing signs of rot. So it's just sitting wet, does them no good at all. And I need to harvest all these chilies to start using them. I can also see some signs of these little holes in the leaf. That means that there's going to be some caterpillar somehow got into here, and the caterpillars absolutely love the peppers, chili peppers. But I mean, look at the crops in there, loads. Right, that's that done. So this bed here, elephant garlic within here. Then I've got the Russian giant planted there, which you can see are sprouting up now. That's only these three. Egyptian walking onions is there, and then these are the hardneck garlics doing their thing. and quite a lot have come up, as you can see. Fennel, transplanted that from that bed there, so just putting a few in there. The chard has actually cleaned up. Now that the weather has changed to be cool all the time, you'll see that the powdery mildew has disappeared from the leaf, and that's because they're sitting essentially wet all the time. Perpetual spinach, just amazing. And that's really all that's left in here now. Now the tomatoes are done. Obviously forgot to take those home about a week ago. This bed here is onions. Autumn Champions in here, and then there's Sensu yellow, which you can see starting to sprout up, and again just has that manure mulch over the top just to keep the warmth in. We've had a couple of 3 and 4 degree days last couple of weeks, 7 degrees this morning. This is Abercorn Sunrise, still looking good, although you can see that the colour's not as intense as it was. This bed here desperately needs a sort out, but kale's within there, the Romanesco cabbage, chard and cabbage offamums are in there, and then interplanted we got leeks, shallots, beetroot, can't think what else. Some rogue tomatoes have germinated within there. Celery looking really good, and then it's pulling itself apart now, but this is blackjack. But I mean, look at the size of the flower, it's enormous. And then again, mulched on this section, this is the shallots, so they're doing well. Jamor and Griselle both planted into there. And then these beds here, well, these are the Jerusalem artichoke, which ordinarily would look much better than this, but you can see that they've got obviously frosted, so that's why they're gone brown. They will get lifted, but that won't be until we get to back end of December or January time for that. And that's got the dwarf Jerusalem artichoke, but I mean, look how much the soil has dropped in that. It's just ridiculous. So neighbouring plot, you can see, looks similar in terms of starting on the maintenance side. It's uncovered for the sprouting broccolis. Cosmos looking good, but that block there, that is a winter manure that's been sown, so the seed would have been sown in about September time. It just produces that green coverage over the winter time, and then when you get to spring, that all gets chopped and then it's dug in, and that will just add in some extra nutrients into the soil, some extra body. The difference being onto this plot, they're growing straight into the ground, so need to improve the ground, versus when growing in the raised beds, I'm adding the manure directly into the beds and the compost. So we're trying to do container growing almost, so we're above the existing soil, not really worrying so much about the state of what the ground conditions are like. But yeah, this is how the plot's looking for 2nd of November. Just noticed obviously missed taking a melon home. Oh well, but yeah, that's where we're at. So that's it for this lovely Sunday morning. My hand's absolutely frozen from holding the camera. That's the walk around. Obviously, the winners at the moment is still the dahlias for that bit of colour. Keep them in the ground, keep them in until the frost. If you've got any questions though on anything that you've seen in the video, then please send me a message. Always happy to answer your questions for you. If you've liked the video, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so don't miss out on future videos. And I always say it, but it is true. Just get out there, enjoy yourself, and even when the weather's like this, just it's so nice to be outside. So till next time, bye for now.